Thanks, Tara. All right, so we made another national list. We keep doing that. It's just a record here. But this one cracked me up. We just had to talk about this. This morning, 2 News reported that Dayton's been named one of the most manly cities in the nation. Who knew? Romantic and manly. We're kind of covering the bases here. At least we sit in the top 20. Yeah. We're at number 18, but out of the 50 states, so that's pretty good. Right. The list is based on the number of home improvement stores, steakhouses, and people riding motorcycles per capita. So apparently we kind of topped all those 3 things. Interesting to note, though, they didn't include things like sport, like the things that you would think are manly, like sports.
Guys are the amount of teams in a city.
Right.
Okay.
So it's not to put too much weight on this one because the list was compiled by the pretzel snack combos.
This is extremely credible.
Yeah. So Oklahoma City on this particular list ranked number 1.
I'm very excited. I'm glad to hear that Dayton is a manly city. Where are the men? I can't find them anywhere.
We're still, what are we going on 4 months here? We're still trying to hook you up? It's still not working. Where are the Dayton men? Come out.
But apparently I should keep hope alive, so I'll keep looking. But
I mean, you know, every day you go put the shout outs for the manly men here.
Right. Speaking of shout outs, Facebook and Twitter, so whatever you think manly is, definitely let us know.
Yeah, because you can't box manly into those 3 categories, right?
You know, you just can't. It's not definable. You just... To each his own, all right? Moving on, yet another national list that we've made. But this one is surprising also. The Department of Education put together a list of the most expensive colleges in the country.
That was surprising.
4 Ohio schools made the list. Miami University, Ohio State, go Bucks, Ohio University, and the University, you knew it was coming, and the University of Cincinnati. So tuition at those schools ranged anywhere from $18,000 to $22,000. And the list, by the way, only had 18 schools on it. So for us to have 4,
that is a lot. We hear a lot about Dayton being an affordable city to live in, and then yet here, kind of our neighboring colleges.
Now I wonder about the catch with that, and I'm not sure on this, but if it changes based on out-of-state or in-state tuition, because having grown up in Ohio and having gone to Ohio State, tuition was nowhere near that for people around me.
Perhaps it's out of state then.
Yeah, so there you go.
But still, I mean, it's surprising to hear that we cover 4 of those spots with all the countries with all the schools in the country. Right. You would think that there were other. I mean, even California, Texas, Connecticut. We think all those, New York.
Yeah, but still very good school. So I would hope worth the pretty penny for that.
Well, it is. College degrees are so valuable today that it still, I think, offsets the cost of going to school.
Right.
All right, so you've probably been hearing about this. Verizon just announced they're completely revamping their service plans, and they say it's to make the process of paying your bill more streamlined for users. Some people like it, but not everyone's happy with the changes here. We've got some Verizon customers not too happy. They're calling it the Share Everything plan. Now, the plan, to kind of go over some of the bullet points, not all of them, covers up to 10 devices on one account with 1 gigabyte of data. They give that to you. And it starts at $90 for 1 smartphone on the plan. So here's the thing. Users will only start to see the savings if they add more devices to the plan, like other smartphones or tablets. The caveat here, users will have to pay extra fees to increase their data usage because 1 gigabyte is not very much.
Right.
And each device added to the plan is an added cost.
Exactly. So plus, smartphone users with an old unlimited data plan, like myself, can choose to keep their plan, but they'll have to pay the full price on any new smartphone that they get afterwards, not the Verizon discounted price.
Something to think about.
I'm so upset.
Yeah. And it's just a few of the details. There's a lot that goes into this. We can't cover all of it here. Yeah. If you want to get the full disclosure on the new plan, just visit Verizon.com. You can look that up. But there's a lot of you. I mean, you're not the only disgruntled.
Yeah,
outraged, not just
really
disgruntled.
It's just so frustrating because we always talk about the cost of things raising, and this is just one more thing. And it's the Share Everything plan, sure, but share more of my wallet, and I'm just not excited about that. I'm not at all. I think that's. It's just unfair.
And you're not about to add a tablet or like an iPad or something.
Right, I don't need any of that. But because I have the unlimited plan right now, it's worth the money that I pay. But the fact that they're switching this up on me and sort of, I feel like, punishing me and other people who, want to get a phone in the future. Oh, well, you can have a phone, but you have to pay full price. You're not going to get the benefits of being a Verizon customer because you want to keep your old plan.
The whole point why you signed up with them in the first place, right?
Yeah. So they tricked me. I mean, 2 years.
Well, moving on from that, it's a common thing to hear about kids. We'll let you calm down. Are you simmering down?
Shake it off.
It's common to hear about kids being afraid of the dark, but a preliminary study done at the Sleep 2012 conference suggested a surprising number of adults are actually afraid of the dark. And what's more, it could potentially be the secret cause for some people that are suffering from insomnia, which is a big issue. You believe that?
I do.
Be afraid of the dark and
I'm not going to admit to being afraid of the dark on live television, but there has been a night or two when I couldn't sleep. And I may have had to turn on the light or, you know,
interesting.
Or the TV and just had
You should call these researchers, because the researchers say that the study that doesn't necessarily say that everybody who has insomnia is afraid of the dark, but it should be something that we start looking into when doctors treat people for insomnia.
All right, well, there you have it.
You can speak on that. This is interesting.
Exactly. I may need to look into that treatment. Well, stick around.